as part of the reservation sales representative group. After finishing school, he ventured into the hospitality business as an HR practitioner with Hilton Hotels International in San Juan, Puerto Rico, while still working part-time for American. In this particular role, he was responsible for dealing with all types of human resources issues, including labor relations with hospitality industry unions in properties located in Puerto Rico, Barbados, Trinidad, Tobago, Aruba, Venezuela, and Colombia. Sam started performing community service in the early 90s through a faith-based organization with focus on the deaf and hearing impaired population in Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. After years of personal and corporate engagement as a volunteer, he joined AMR's corporate responsibility practice in 2006. In 2007, he launched American Airlines' first global volunteering program, American Volunteers. Now under the new name of American Giving, this employee volunteer program provides community service support to more than 80,000 employees, family and friends in over 250 cities and 40 countries throughout the world. Sam serves in various leadership roles and/or on boards of directors organizations such as International Association for Volunteer Efforts, Out and Equal, the Global Corporate Volunteer Council, Out for Work, the American Cancer Society, the Center for Nonprofit Management, and the Volunteer Center of North Texas. Sam has also volunteered for the National Latino Elected Officers Association, Junior Achievement of Dallas and Fort Worth, the Puerto Rican Association of Dallas, the Latino Cultural Center, and the inaugural SMU LGBT Student Mentoring Program. Earlier this year, he led the launch of the first ever mentoring program for the Hispanic Latin Employee Resource Group at AMR, and was recently selected to join the new AA SMU Leadership Program for mentorship of Latino students. Sam has spoken extensively on the subjects of diversity, workplace equality, corporate social responsibility, employee volunteering, and workplace giving at TCU, the Business Council for the Arts, Rice University, Disney Resorts, University of North Texas, the European Volunteer Center, SMU, and many other national and international institutions. In describing what Sam's most lasting impact regarding diversity at AMR and within the community is, his roommate states, "To know Sam is to know that he truly celebrates differences, but focuses his relationships on commonalities. His personal and professional lives often intersect as he tries to educate and raise awareness about what makes us good human beings, regardless of what may on the surface separate us. His most lasting impact is to make people feel comfortable, trustworthy, and respected, regardless of who they are. More importantly, he's made it literally his career to be involved in diversity and inclusion efforts, and whether it is in the front of a corporate audience, for which he is recognized by JCPenney with the 2009 Cool Beans Award for Diversity and Inclusion, or in the intimacy of his living room, no one will make you feel better than who you truly are than Sam." Please join me in congratulating Sam Santiago, recipient of the 2010 Earl Graves Award for Leadership.
Thank you. I know that this is the right audience when I say that for those of us that have been the target of intolerance or hatred, or simply not being understood for who we really are, maybe even paid the price, the ultimate price of losing those of you who hold near and dear to your heart, including your family, because of characteristics that you really can't change about yourself, we'll understand very clearly that having come to work at AMR has been truly a blessing. I want to thank the visionary leaders of AMR, and you're all here this evening, and many others throughout the entire company, who not only opened the workplace to all of us, no matter our differences, and not only said that it was okay to be who you are in the workplace, but encouraged us to get involved in the discussions and the activities and the practices needed to make sure that we all participate in the process of creating a safe and fair and equal workplace, which in turn, we know, contributes to a successful marketplace. I also want to thank the Diversity Strategies team. I've been given the privilege of collaborating with them for nearly a decade, and I hope I have an opportunity to continue to do so for years to come. I also want to thank, obviously, the individuals that participated in the nomination and selection process. I am truly honored and humbled, really, for you feeling that I was worthy of this recognition. I definitely want to make sure that I thank the most important person in my life partner, Alian, who has not only put up with the many long days and evenings and weekends when I do the work that I do in this space, but has really, truly, wholeheartedly supported me. Thank you very much. I cannot leave the podium without saying, and I know that this is the right audience to say this to, that this is really not an award for me, and nobody really should think that they are worthy of anything other than being targeted and being selected to carry out the work of working as hard as you can to be worthy representatives of those who cannot speak for themselves, and day in, day out, somewhere in the world they're being subjected to tyranny of those who do not understand exactly who they are and are not tolerant, whether it is in the workplace or in communities around the world. And again, truly blessed to have an opportunity to be here with all of you. Thank you so much. Gracias.
This year's second award recipient is another Sam. It's Sam Seelbach. Susan Sam Seelbach has been a true champion for diversity and inclusion at AM